Do you have that friend when the phone rings, you say, oh, I don't want to take that call. I'm going to be on the phone for hours. I won't be able to hang up. Or maybe they call and try or text and try to get in touch with you and it's like, oof, I hate to respond. They're always in a crisis. There's always something going on. Complaint, complaint, complaint. Worse yet, Thanksgiving with the family, Christmas with the family. Do we want to spend our vacation time going there? It's not really a vacation when it's with the family. And then you just roll your eyes looking at the family with all the crazy dynamics going on and tolerating the same old stories and the same old things. But we do that out of love. What if I told you you're the friend on the other line? You're the one that when they call, they don't want to answer the phone. You're the one they don't want to respond to the text. You're the one that they're sending to voicemail. And the last thing they want to do is come over and hang out with you. Ooh, that hurts. It stings even saying it. But as a single parent empty nester, we can fall into that trap. Sure, couples can too. But because of the loneliness that sets in, we can become ants. Automated negative thoughts, little annoying ants, and automatic negative statements. Think about ants. Think about how annoying they are in your kitchen, in your house. All you want to do is kill them and get them away. And now you are the ant. Because your automated negative thoughts are spewing out of your mouth. Every observation, every thought, every question, every problem in your life as far as I can't find new kitchen towels. Because your loneliness as a single parent empty nester just needs you being able to process with someone. Maybe even your coworkers have a hard time being around you. If you think you might be that person, this is not for the faint of heart. Stay with me. My name is Dawn, D-A-W-N, like the morning, the recovery lady. I'm a licensed behavioral health clinician, currently in recovery for single parent, empty nesting, enmeshment, codependent, detaching with love, all the things that we experience. And today's video is about how to leave them wanting more. Now, I started with all those examples of all the people you don't want to be around who's called. You're like, I don't want to take it. I don't want to text. Oh, do I have to see them? Maybe I can put it off. When we're the ants, when we're spewing every single thought, because we have used our kids for our social support, our emotional support, our psychological support, because we became enmeshed as single parents, very common. The last thing they want to do is hang out and talk with us, see us, or do anything. You know why? Who wants to hang out with somebody who's like that? Who wants to hang out with a negative, depressed person who complains, jabs with guilt trips, makes comments, and can't dig their way out of a hole? Now, we can do that. You and I, single parent empty nesters, can do it. The last thing we want to do is continue projecting that onto our children. It's imperative that we talked about in the last video, learning to reframe our thoughts, seeing things different, doing things differently to help get unstuck. Looking at what we can do, not what we can't do, and not even letting ourselves voice what we can't do. Because we all know, you know, and believe me, everybody around you knows what you can't do. So you're living in the solution, not the problem anymore. If we want our kids to see us, we have to turn that off. If we want to leave them wanting more, it's going to come with some self-sacrifice and maybe some painful but much needed growth. What does that look like? That means when you're fortunate enough to get the call, or the time you do call your adult kids and they answer the phone, you are light, you are chipper. Now, if you're dying in the hospital, terminally ill, let's be realistic. But on a daily basis, if your trash bin lid is broken and you just need somebody to vent about, you got to find a friend. You got to find a friend. You got to go to a group, someplace where you can just share that stuff. And hey, I know this is hard, but I'm in the same situation. When they call, step one, the phone call. You get the phone call, you're like, yes, you can feel that. It's like a fix. It's like a fix. You can feel the oxytocin, the good hormones going through your body. You hear their voice. You want to just, what are you doing? What have you been up to? Oh, did you think about that? Have you gotten the new rugs? Have you blah, 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 blah? Say, hey, how are you? And if you're lucky enough to have them ask how you are, because sometimes they just stop because the answer is too long and too depressing. And you just say, I am great. How are you? You might have 10 loads of laundry and have an emotional terrorist in the workplace. I am great. How are you? Really? Timmy's fine? How's your job? What's going on? Sounds great. Oh, gotta bounce, gotta jump. Honey, I love you so much, but I have to go. I've got some errands. I have some things scheduled. But hey, when can we talk again? Let's catch up later. Look, this is counterintuitive to us, the single parent empty nesters that are longing for that moment. And I know a lot of you are probably staying home, even though their cell phones, just hoping, not making plans in case they're in town that they're gonna come. Now we're the sick ones. Now we're the person whose call we avoid, whose text we avoid, whose life we do not want to be a part of, and we can only take in small little increments. Yes, you've become that person, especially if you're still with me. Listen, discipline, looking at what we can do, turning it around. If you know you want to stay in that call with your child for a couple hours, you give yourself 10, 15 minutes, don't go over 20. And that's even long. Unless your child's just purging and verging, how can I support you today? Well, this and this and that. Look, they just want you, and I know because my kids have told me, they don't want me to fix them as an adult parent to adult children. They do not want me to fix them, and they didn't ask for my opinion. If they ask for my opinion, they get it. If they ask you for your opinion, you give it. If your adult child is at college, is married, is across the country, across the globe, and they call you, you're positive, you're great, you're upbeat. No guilt, no condemnation, no litany of meaningless conversation. Engage with them. Wow, and if they're sharing something hard, wow, that sounds rough. How can I support you during this time? That's counterintuitive. It's not going to feel good, it's not comfortable, and it's not familiar, but every time you do it, it gets easier. Say you're having a family dinner. You have the movies picked, the games, everything's ready. You could spend 6 hours, but everybody has to work in the morning. And people are looking at their clock and they're like, oh, your kids or adult kids are thinking, let's just get our time in so we can be one and done and not have to go through this again for a while. It's not that they don't love you. It's that you're exhausting them because you haven't found your own life. This applies to me too. I'm recovering and I'm in process. The more we find our own thing, the more we are less available and less needy, the more attractive we're going to be. And that's how they leave us wanting more. We leave them wanting more of us. Say you're going to meet somebody at the store. Sure, Bobby, I can shop with you, but dude, I gotta go at 1:45. Why? Well, I just have errands and things to do and I can't hang today. But it was so good to see you and I love you. And you be the one to end it. Not mom, dad, if you're a dad also. Grandma, aunt, whoever you are as the single one in the life, parent in their life. You have other plans. You have to go. Now they're first of all feeling better and they're relieved, but now they're curious. They want to know what you're up to, and they're going to seek you out more. Look, this is hard, but if we want to leave our kids wanting more of us, we have to stop the shame, the guilt, the negativity. Talk to yourself in your phone. Use a voice memo and just list all the things you want to say to your kid. And this broke in the house, and I got to find a new place to live, and this blah, 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 blah. It's annoying. If somebody called you with all the things that you want to talk to your kids about, you wouldn't want to talk to you. I wouldn't want to talk to you. Sometimes I get on my own nerves. This is what it looks like to turn around. Now look, you're going to blow it, you're going to blow it, you're going to blow it. We're not perfect. The next time you communicate with your adult child, or if you're just sitting home saying, oh, I know they don't work Saturday, maybe they'll call me. And if they do check in sometime, don't answer the phone. Hey, catch up with you later, shoot a text, or just respond later. Start building that curiosity. You know, if you think back to when you were in the dating world, or you may be in the dating world, neediness is like a repellent. It is a repellent. You don't want to date somebody so needy because it's like, whoa, too much. And it's the same way with our adult kids. That's rough stuff. I hope that was helpful. I'm Dawn, the Recovery Lady, a licensed behavioral health clinician in recovery for single parent empty nesting, trying to get on this journey and get better and want to be part of a community. Desperately trying, because I am not savvy with the YouTubes and the internets and the SEOs and the buzzwords to get up to 200 subscribers. Maybe I get 2 a month. I mean, I've been doing this a year. I believe God is bigger than that, and he'll bless me. This feeds my soul and helps me get well. If you haven't liked, shared, and subscribed, please, please, please subscribe. Please share, please leave a comment. That just encourages me to keep going. And I know there's others. If you're listening to this, I know there's others. Any 2-word comment helps me be able to make more content to help other people with a multitude of topics. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.